Hello, chat. Hello. Welcome back to Ninja Gato and another interview show. Today, we have a very important guest, a 3D VTuber who's one of the best I've seen, and that is DeadsunPrime. Hello, Deadsun. Hello.
Hi.
How
How's it
are
going?
you?
How's it going? I'm good. I'm good.
How are you? Definitely. Welcome to the Ninja Gato show. We definitely haven't been talking for like 20-30 minutes. You excited? You excited today?
I'm really excited. A little time blind, but excited.
That's okay. You've got lots of viewers here that are eager to see your interview. So
Oh,
let's
okay.
let's start. Let's start with the shout out because I need to add you to my pin. So one of the fun things I do is I have a shout out overlay that is going to play a random clip from your channel. Just absolutely
Oh,
random. This is flat out roulette. So whatever
okay.
it is, you need to watch my screen so you can give us more context on what happened. What are we looking at? So
Okay.
Ow! Oh, dang!
Okay, here we
What
are.
the? What the?
Oh, yeah. Someone bonked me. I'm sure that.
you got bonked.
Ow!
Yeah.
Okay, bonk seems to hurt the most. Can you explain that? Like what?
Yeah, so I made a bracelet that zaps me every time I get bonked.
Wait, what?
So,
Like IRL?
yeah.
Like you get
Yeah,
zapped?
yeah. So you can change in my environment. You can change the lights, the light color. So I set up. Oh God! Ow!
They're literally
So I set
shocking
up.
you right now.
I set up Philip Hugh's hue so that it changes the color of my environment to match my room. So if you change my environment's color, my room in real life changes. And I set it up so that my heartbeat monitor slash bonk bracelet actually zaps the crap out of me every time I get bonked. So sometimes and it was originally set up so that when I was playing Call of Duty Warzone, I would actually notice when someone was getting raids, when someone was raiding into me or something like that.
Oh.
Right? Because I was so focused, I wouldn't actually be paying attention to chat. I was just starting streaming, you know. So, but then my community decided, hey, we like to cause this man pain. So,
Nice.
and now
Nice.
now they expect it. So, yeah,
So now they can literally
that's
bonk you and wake you up. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
it happens. It happens.
Oh man. Talk about pain. Oh no, there it is. There it is. You're gonna get hit again.
Ow, little hollow. Oh yeah, and also it tells me who does what. So,
Ooh. There you
and
have
I
it,
have
Gatos.
counts. Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So.
like you literally torture him during this interview, Gatos. Not that that's fair, but you
It's
can't.
true. It's true. Well, I also made it more expensive now. But
Mm.
yeah. And
Okay. It costs channel points or
it
bits?
costs channel points.
Oh
Just
man.
just channel points. I don't have any bit redeems yet, but I am planning on making a super bonk that costs 100 that just bonks me with a whole bunch of different things like frying pans and 1-ton weights and stuff. And it just gets me a few times.
Also, Smokescreen's gonna join your channel and community, and he has 5 alts plus his main.
Oh,
So he's gonna have
okay.
channel points out the wazoo to torture you with. You've made him very
Oh.
excited. So there we
Well,
go.
well, welcome to have you
Okay.
in the community.
Awesome.
All right.
Alright, so the first question we usually start with is lore behind the name. Can you tell us the lore behind you being DeadsunPrime?
Okay, so yeah, my mom and dad named me Deadsun Prime. That's really how it happened.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
and yeah, it's nothing too far out of the ordinary for people of my universe.
Oh.
It doesn't quite translate to your language, but it works. It works pretty well, you know.
Mm. Everyone's
Yeah.
sudging you. Everyone's sudging you. They're not sure they
Yeah,
believe that.
well, it's it might be a little suspicious, maybe.
It has nothing to do with Transformers whatsoever.
Well, I will say I do love my Transformers. Don't get me wrong,
Mm.
but it is nothing to do with Transformers. No.
Okay.
I am the Prime Deadsun. I am the first Deadsun, first of his name.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The second question we usually ask each streamer is about their hardware and their software setup. So let's talk first your hardware. What hardware is required to power your stream?
Okay. Well, I have a 2 PC setup. I'm running a 3080 in my gaming PC and a 4070 in my streaming PC.
Ooh.
The streaming PC is running all of this, and it's also running my client side for my software Tentacle, and this is all running in Unreal. And Tentacle, my software connects everything from my Stream Deck to my wristband to like Unreal. Did I already say that? To OBS and Twitch. It does all
Damn.
that kind of stuff. And it does a few other things, like interfaces directly with Philips Hue, and that. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But so I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 monitors here,
9?
and
Like actual physical monitors? 9?
Yeah, yeah. 5 Stream Decks total. 3 normal Stream Decks up here, the 30 key, a 15 key, the foot pedal, and then I also have an Avermedia Nexus for controlling that. And then how I run the audio, my audio chain goes from a Shure SM7B directly to a Go XLR, and then that splits between 2 PCs and then gets sent over like a isolated loop to the streaming PC. So I can use like NVIDIA what's it called? NVIDIA Broadcast to do noise isolation.
Beppo wants to know CPUs and RAM.
Okay, so my streaming PC has 64 gigabytes, but my gaming PC has 128 gigabytes of RAM, and that's because of the type of work I do. And then the CPU in both of my computers is actually R5950X or whatever it is for the the AMD. So I'm using an AMD platform for that.
Damn.
Yeah.
And what do you use for facial capture?
Oh, I'm using an iPhone through a software called FaceLink. So
Boom says, noted, 128 gigabyte of RAM to beat Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I do have like a server that I keep all my VODs on, but I'm thinking that most of them can just, go away because they're just taking up so much space.
Hey, what's up, a viewer? Kick? Yes, this is interesting. I am interviewing DeadsunPrime from Twitch. He is the octopus, and I am the cat. I am the server. Nice. Bro. That's a lot of tech. This is all in one room.
Yeah. I have other tech. I have a monitoring laptop where I actually monitor the stream from a. My internet connection is a lag connection between a fiber line and a Starlink, and I actually use a laptop from the Starlink down so that I can monitor like what type of bit rates I'm getting. Because I've found that the bit rates that Twitch reports aren't even close to being accurate.
Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of stuff they make is pretty janky.
Yeah, their API is like all their documentation for their API is wrong. It does not like anywhere close to. It's not even close to being right. So I think that's probably when they were taken over by Amazon.
Jigs.
Yeah,
because says their API is shit.
there's actually a lot of really, really good things inside of it, but it's just the documentation is just garbage, and a lot of the things they say in their documentation are not correct. So
Okay. Hey viewer, I am a shinobi cat, so I've always been able to speak.
Oh,
Yeah. And a viewer wants to know, how do you have sentience at DeadsunPrime?
I've always been sentient.
Mm.
Like, I'm not from your universe, so I look like an octopus for the most part, and it fits the cephalopod, right? But I am polymorphic in nature. It's just that in this universe, most things evolve into crabs, and I just figured I would like to eat. You know.
Mm. Nice.
Yeah.
Smoke screen. Roasted me. Okay, that's a lot of
Nice.
hardware. That's a lot of hardware. Do you edit all? Did you have to run a separate circuit for all that, or you don't trip a breaker?
So I have two different UPSs, or uninterruptible power sources,
Mhm.
and both of them are 2 kilowatt.
Damn.
Which but it's running on 120, which is surprising. They took forever for me to find them, but yeah, they are on. This setup is all on one line. So
Damn. Damn. You're on like the razor's
and
edge as far as tripping a breaker.
very, very close. Very,
Yeah.
very close. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Hackerman's, how deep in the sea did they drag you from? Says Texas. I don't think they dragged him from the sea. I don't think anyone can catch up because you operate a spaceship, right?
I do operate a spaceship. Yep. I also get a few different places. Yep.
Mm.
We have
Helps.
a few different places we like to hang out. We have a spooky mansion and a Christmas cabin that we made,
Nice.
on stream for Christmas. And
Cool.
then pretty soon we'll have the Red Room from Twin Peaks and a movie theater that we can hang out and watch old movies in.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I was actually considering contacting an electrician to get 240 set up to my stream room. I'm like, I can't run my AC and the CPU at the same time. I trip the breaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which sucks. Okay. Damn, that is a lot of hardware. Like,
Yeah.
if you had to guesstimate a cost of everything you got in there, what is that? Like almost 10K worth of stuff?
Probably, but like a lot of it I didn't necessarily pay full price for, or received as part of commissions, like where they said, "Oh, you're gonna have to do this," and I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna need at least this much RAM," so they purchased that RAM for me.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then let's talk software. What softwares are necessary to operate your stream?
Basically, Unreal, OBS, and NDI, the face link stuff, and my own like homebrew tentacle. Oh, and I guess I do use the Stream Decks quite a bit. So the Stream Deck software.
So you wrote one of the softwares yourself, your tentacle software. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. I mean, what do you want? What do you want to know?
Like, what drove you to do that, and what does your software do?
I don't know how to describe it, but I just didn't like Twyworks, and I thought it could be done better. And a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, we can do this better." So between me and him, we just started working on it.
Marango
It's
wants to know what it's written in.
it's mostly C++.
C++. Nice.
Yeah.
Also, you know Marango, right?
Yeah, I know Marengo.
Yeah. All right, let me shout out Marango really quick. And Marango is also a dev who makes games and Fortnite maps. He's really big into Fortnite. I'm surprised. Have you and Marango played Fortnite
now, if
together
you wanna
yet?
sit there
Yeah,
and pay me
we've
to
played
spend
Fortnite
a day to
before,
work on
yeah.
one animation, you got it. I'll be
Okay.
there all day long. Move.
I interviewed Marango where he talked about how Fortnite is its own metaverse. Would you agree with that comment? That like
Absolutely. I think that they're building a pretty like Unreal and Epic are building kind of like a metaverse scenario because of all the different skins, all the different, um, all the different properties and all that are being, basically crammed into one game. The same way that Lego has, Harry Potter and Star Trek or not Star Trek, Star Wars, you know, and they all go together in the same little world.
Yep.
It's kind of like that.
Smokescreen says UE6 is UE5 plus verse Epic CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys in the Fortnite world just had a Metallica concert, right? Like,
Yeah. There's a Metallica event running right now. I'm not really into music, so I don't know much about it.
it was okay. Well, I mean, yeah, the fact that you as a player could attend a Metallica concert, I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is actually really cool. They also, they've had other music events in the past, and I think they had the first one that I remember was the Marshmallow one, and that was pretty interesting.
What's the
I didn't
Marshmallow
attend
one?
it, but it was there.
What was the Marshmallow one? What was that?
Oh, Marshmallow is like a musician of some sort. Yeah, he wears like what looks to be a bucket on his head,
Oh.
and there's a skin of him in the game, and he ran a live concert, and that's the first time I was really looking at Fortnite and saying, wow, they're branching out and they're doing something that I can really respect, It- because everybody had the shared experience,
Yep. Marengo says it has a race only up section and concert section with bounce pads. Oh. And Beppo says, Nodders, if someone wants to, they could make a Micoverse with UEFN using a fraction of the dev resources as Micoverse since they're making it from scratch. True. True. Are you familiar with the Micoverse, by the way?
Yeah, I've been, I know of it. I haven't really looked into it too much. I've seen videos of it, and I've read a little bit about it. I am not super familiar.
Yeah, if you could make your octopus a VRM, you could enter the Micoverse and hang out with us. I go and hang out in there at least once a week, and a lot of other community members
That's really cool.
go hang out in there.
And
It's basically a
am I-
UE-powered VR chat, basically.
yeah, but they have shared housing or something, like locations or.
They have maps,
Like-
yeah, that are some are persistent, some are not persistent. You can make a non-persistent one and do your own thing. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Splitfire just wants to flex on us. Apparently, he's seen Metallica live with Korn, SOTD, Kid Rock, and Power Man 5000. Well, excuse us for going to one of the best music experiences of your life. Deadsun has his own custom-made Micoverse that's like 100 times more powerful. Wait, what?
Well, I don't think that's accurate. No.
Gato spends his time sniffing the females in Micoverse. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right, let me ask you a streamer question. What's your favorite part about streaming, and what keeps you coming back?
It would definitely be the new people that I meet and the friends I'm making. When I first started streaming, it was about branching out and finding new ways to adapt technologies and to really, because I before I started streaming, I didn't really watch streamers at all. In fact, I was only following 2 people, and
Really?
those 2 people were friends of mine.
Oh, okay.
And then I started watching some YouTube videos, and I found Woody Devs. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but
I know
he's
Woody.
a Unreal
Yep.
streamer. He's really cool. And I also found Fofamet, and I was looking at what they were doing, and I'm like, you know what? I bet I could do this. And that's when I started to get into this.
Oh, nice.
So I said to myself, I need to do a little bit of research. So I spent about a week and a half, 2 weeks looking at what was available here on Twitch. And then I thought to myself, most everybody is some anime person. But I decided that I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make my life absolute hell and go hard mode. So I became an octopus.
Oh, nice, nice. So
Yeah.
you even made your own code.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Unreal is pretty robust, and you don't really have to do too much, you know. And yeah.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, okay.
Oh, and in the hardware, I forgot to mention my hands are being tracked by the Ultra Leap.
Ultra Leap. What's the Ultra Leap?
Yeah, Ultra Leap is a small piece of hardware, camera hardware, and it has a software that goes with it that allows you to do like real-time hand tracking. It's used a lot in VR, actually, and I mean, it's been around for quite a while. I bought mine in 2016, so it's been quite a while.
Wow. Okay.
Or was it 2016? It was somewhere around there, I think. I don't know. I have it, so you know.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, I missed some of the chat's messages. You make your own redeems from scratch. Your Miicoverse users currently can't make their own redeems. True. You do.
Okay.
You do.
Yeah.
Also, the
You could,
VR
you could come.
import, or
Yeah.
Beppo also says the VR import in the Miicoverse doesn't look as powerful as FBX. True. Yeah. And then he comments that you were doing everything hard mode for sure.
Yeah, you telling me. I don't know, like sometimes like I'll look at a car and I'm like, you know what? It'd be better if this was there, and then go absolutely nowhere, you know. But yeah,
Nice.
so like all the redeems, like I have a dropping redeem, so we can drop a whole bunch of different fruit.
Oh yeah, I was spamming that the other day with Fruity.
Yeah, yeah. And like if you look, my coconuts actually have like hair on them. I'm using an Alembic file on theirs, you know. So they actually have like the little tufts on there, you know.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I have the throwing files, so you could like throw things directly at me. You could do the arrows. Was it Beppo was shooting me with arrows earlier?
Nice, nice.
Yeah. I just recently changed it so they don't all have 100% accuracy. So if I was to do it, well, those ones hit, but
Okay.
not all of them will.
Wait. How long have you been streaming?
I don't remember exactly, but I started in like I think I'm almost 3 years, maybe 2 years. I can't really remember. It's been going by so fast actually that I don't remember how long I've been streaming from.
Interesting.
But it's been yeah. I really, really enjoy it though. And we are, yeah.
That's cool.
But I think it's gonna be 2 years. This is coming up on my third Christmas, so 2.5 going into 3.
Wow. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, how do you manage your time between streaming, development, and modeling? Because like you also do dev and modeling as employment to feed yourself, right?
Yeah. It is challenging, but I have recently started to do more modeling and like texture work and things for the stream on stream. So that's been pretty useful.
2 for 1.
People get to see, yeah, people get to see what I'm doing like live. But I do want to keep a lot of it off stream so people are surprised when they show up. Someone did. Oh, Halo, Beppo. Thank you for the Halo. I appreciate it. But the dev stuff is I recently have a full-time programmer that's working on my stuff. So he's been taking a lot of the dev work for the games we're working on, because we're also working on some games outside of the stream, and that's been good.
Wait,
And
so
then
you're making games like to put on the marketplace or just for fun?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for they're gonna be they're gonna like my for example my tentacle software will it be like have it'll be mostly free, and then it'll have some like analytical tools that will be like a little bit of like a little bonus cost.
Mm,
Um, and then I'm sorry if you I have kids upstairs. They're like
that's
making noise.
okay. That's okay. They don't hear it too much, but
Okay.
so Beppo is making the comment that you're becoming a company because you're developing a game, you're developing your own softwares, like
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. And then you do the modeling stuff. Is it freelance? Is that what you do? Freelance stuff?
Well, I've worked for some rather big corporations, and sometimes I'll do middleware for them. But recently, it's been like I'll just get commissions from companies that I've either worked for in the past or word of mouth. Um, not as Deadsun, but as
Mm,
the flesh bag. But
nice.
yeah, so that's what's making me money, and then I also have a little bit of money in reserve from what I used to do. So
Mm. What did you
you
used
know,
to do?
I used to make video games for companies,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah,
So you have background as a game dev. Okay.
yeah, 15 years.
15
So
years of game dev background.
yep,
Wow.
and some in the movie industry, but less of that,
Mm.
you know. So
Feels wow, man.
so
Yeah,
they
that's
want to,
pretty incredible. Oh, I did miss
yeah,
Texas's comment. He found you in Hana's community or in Hana's stream. That's pretty cool. You got Hana X
yeah,
Banana noticed you?
huh?
Hana X Banana knows you?
Yeah, yeah. I was there for I think it was her first stream. We met up in Woody's chat or
Mm.
Discord for a while, and Hannah was making her first model, and I was checking it out, and then they're like, "Hey, we're going live," and I'm like, so I was in there, and yeah, so that's where I met Texas and I believe Beppo for the first time.
That's pretty cool.
A few of us OGs over there. And I lurk in there when I can. A lot of the time, I'll just have it on in the background when I'm working. But sometimes I have to mute it because I need to really focus. Get down and focus. But yeah.
Mm. If you had to guess, how much of your time is flashback work versus stream work percentages, and then dad and
Oh,
family?
it's probably about 50%.
50-50. Damn, between those two. You're a busy dude then.
Yeah, yeah. And then I have kids and stuff like that. So
No, Texas, you're recognized as an OG across multiple communities. Like you've been
yeah,
around since the OG Miko days, the Hana days. Like
yeah.
even when I started, you showed up. Like
Yeah, when Hana was introducing the fireworks, that's when Texas showed up. So I remember that.
mm. No, and Beppo says, not me. No, I remember saying how it was like you and Texas Rodriguez and like 2 or 3 other people when she started. Nice.
Yeah.
You're fine, Allred. You're fine. Damn.
No.
You guys are OGs. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. And Hannah's really, really great. So
Yeah, she's real sweet. What are some of your long-term goals for your Twitch channel? I have to ask.
okay. Well, my long-term goals are really to this is gonna sound like really, really corporate or whatever, but it's really to expand the conceptual nature of streaming. One of the best things about YouTube was it democratized video, right? And in a lot of ways, Twitch streaming and Kick streaming or streaming in general is democratizing personal interaction, kind of similar to like a Punch and Judy show where the audience is a part of the live interaction. But the difference here is
Mm.
the influence can directly, the audience can directly interfere or influence the streamer, which is something that only live shows have had in the past.
Mhm.
So my goal is to really connect with people instead of just having some form of parasocial relationship. Um, Ideally, the goal is to make stories that people want to be a part of and then allowing them into the story. So they're living it out. So for my stream, what I'm doing is making, right now, I'm making systems that will allow their avatars to be in my universe. So like ships in the background will be flying past and there'll be different viewers or subscribers. They have different ranks and, like gamify that whole thing. And then to have like kind of an RTS thing when I'm not streaming so that people can really stay in the universe.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Beppel's making the comment that even live shows. Where did that go? Um, sorry, this chat moved. Even live shows barely had audience interaction. True, Beppo. And then the audience being a part of the show with redeems is pretty new. I think that is like you guys could literally mess with us. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, back in the Coliseum, you could go thumbs up, thumbs down, for that, and that would be a form of interaction.
Yeah, but you've taken it next level because now they can even shock you, literally shock you.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. About that, it's could be considered a mistake. My wife thinks like, why would you do that? Aren't these people supposed to like you? And I'm like, oh, they like me. All right.
They like you, but you're their dance monkey. You were there to entertain them.
Yeah.
Like they tortured me today with their wallets. They were able to make me eat spicy jelly beans, and I'm gonna be in pain when I finally go to the bathroom.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry to hear that.
So,
how do we make you get spicy jelly beans though? How does that happen?
They donate $5 to the charity that I have pinned in the chat, or that they can use the QR code too. It's on the bottom right.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, Smokescreen paid $55 to make me sub to Alinity, which still pains me. It still pains me.
Oh no.
Don't feel bad. He did it for himself. I'm doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for the kids.
Yeah.
So, like,
I have to say that before this charity existed, like a long time ago in a galaxy not too far away, I had pneumonia and I was a teenager and I was on my road to recovery, and there was an old Super Nintendo in the hospital room, which had Super Metroid, and like it was an old game at the time, but it was a classic, and
no, that's a really good one.
It really helped a lot. It took my mind off of it, off the recovery, and I probably recovered a lot faster because of it, because I wasn't focused on the amount of pain I was in. So,
yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
Pneumonia in the hospital.
So it's not. Well, I'm just saying it's a really worthy cause. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people may say, "Oh, it's just video games," but it's more than that. You're giving people a distraction. You're giving people hope. It's really good. It's a great idea.
Pneumonia is no joke.
So.
People die from it all the time. 100% Beppo. If you're at the
Yep.
point with pneumonia that you need to be in the hospital, it could be dicey. It could be dicey.
Yeah, I fell through some ice.
Ooh.
And yeah.
So you almost
was not
died of
fun.
hypothermia too. Yikes.
Well, no, I was out of the ice pretty fast, but I had to walk home in and that wasn't fun.
Yikes.
So.
Lil Hollow says, when I was recovering from surgery, Mass Effect was my favorite pastime. Brought the thought away from the pain. Yes, it takes
Yeah.
your mind off the pain.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So it's a worthy cause. It's a worthy cause indeed.
Yep. In a short time ago in a galaxy, just around the corner of the cat dude. Nice.
Nice.
Let me ask you this. At least it was not COVID. Oh, yeah, COVID's pretty bad too.
For me, the worst part about COVID was losing the taste. I lost taste for about a month, and the COVID wasn't super bad, but the losing the taste made me lose a lot of will to live. and it was not fun.
You know, we have a chatter by the name of Mechanics who said he still hasn't recovered his sense of taste.
Oh
And
man,
it's been years.
I felt so bad from that. Like I really I feel that on a deep visceral level. The losing the sense of taste. Um
You lose a
it
sense
was
of
bad.
identity because all the things you love taste terrible. Like,
Oh yeah, they all tasted like rotten meat. It was horrible.
uh,
Yeah.
well, we were talking about that the other day here. Yes, COVID might be new, but I don't know. It's more deadly and serious than pneumonia. True. I had a coworker
Mhm.
pass from COVID, says all red. I I had a friend pass and a family member pass from COVID or
I'm sorry to
complications
hear
due to
that.
COVID. So yes, I take it very seriously that people
Mhm.
should definitely social distance when they have that stuff. Um,
Mhm.
all right. Let me ask you this question: have you had to face
Sure.
any negativity as a streamer, and how did you deal with it?
100%. Well, I would say 99% of my interactions, but actually, like almost all my interactions are 100% positive.
That's good.
I've
That's
had
great.
I've had two people throughout the whole time I've been streaming that I've either had a falling out with or I just
Mm.
didn't get along with. Um, and I would stay up at late up at night thinking, well, what did I do wrong? What did I do this? And all that kind of stuff. And I had to come to the conclusion that humans seek that negative reaction at about that rate. It's like 99 to 1. You'll see 99 positive comments and see one negative comment, and it will really affect you. And you'll weight that, you know.
Smokes me now. Uh, two two people and a cat outside the spaceship. Wait, what? Kappa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um.
So when Boom chats in my when Boom chats inside my stream, his cat flies past the window and sits over on the one side and then randomly pops up and down. Yeah.
Mm, nice. I think n- I'm not gonna repeat Bevel's comment, but I think he knows who you're talking about. Okay. Um.
Mm.
All right. Let me ask you this question: who are your favorite streamers, and what do you enjoy about their content?
Ooh, favorite streamers. There actually have been a lot of people recently that have changed. Um, I, I don't know if they're kind of my favorite people more
Mm-hmm.
than streamers. I really do like Boom a lot. Very positive, very friendly. Um, I like Andrew Arcade. Very cool, very down to earth. Um, I like Choco BT. Really nice. One of my friends, Miss Lala, she's recently had a huge explosion in popularity,
Oh,
and
nice.
she deserves the world. Um, Woody Devs is up there. He really got me into a lot of this. Uh, Sapphire, she's really nice and shares a lot of art tips and streamer tips on how to get going. Like the list goes on and on and on.
Wow.
Fruitsy Collins is like one of my best friends,
Oh, nice.
and Fruitsy like plays Fortnite with me. We have a ton of fun. Always one of my favorite things about streaming is you can see people for who they really are.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know like we're wearing masks, right? But in a lot of ways, because of the mask, we're our more true selves. We're not we're not relying on how handsome we are or beautiful or whatever. We're trying to really connect with people because it's hard to connect with people, you know. And there's just a lot of really cool people here. Um, One of my favorite streams is Ray Creations TV. Ray Creations does like this. I'll send you a link to it, but it's basically like AI driven Star Trek. It's
Mm.
so cool. It's so cool. There's just so many of them. There's Amy Lark. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're pretty cool. Uh, my friend Saria.
Yep, we interviewed
She's
Saria
a
like
robot. She's really cool.
last week, I want to say, or just
Oh
recently.
wow.
Yeah.
Yes, Saria is an absolute blast to be with.
hmm
Um, you know, uh, they do a lot more lewd content than most other VTubers that I've seen, but um, they're just such like a breath of fresh air when you're next to them.
And
Yeah, Amy Lark has a ton of redeems, Beppo, an
true.
absolute ton, and Amy Lark is really easy to talk to and very open with what you're talking, with whatever you're talking about.
Mm.
A no BS stream there. There's just so many people I couldn't even start to name them. But one of my favorite streamers is actually the Bigly. Um, not because of uh, not because of his stream specifically, but because of how like if there's someone cool or someone new or like he's shared some like really amazing streamers with me, and he's just such a sweet guy. um he's always looking out for you, trying to, like, hey, this is happening, you might want to be aware of this, like really looking out for you. And those are the type of people I want to look out for. There's also obviously Hannah Banana.
hmm
The list just goes on and on and on, and I don't want to like forget anybody, but there's just forever. You just keep on, the list keeps on going,
Yeah,
you
so it
know
sounds like you've made a
and
lot of friends on Twitch, and a lot of the
yeah,
streamers are your friends that you look
like
up to. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, and people that I will comfortably go out of my way for. If they asked for something, I would do something for them.
Mm. Okay,
So
that's cool, man. That's cool.
yeah, when
Yeah.
the truth is, whenever I get a follow or from anybody, I always make it a point to click on their account after my stream, go through their content, see what they're about, uh, every single person, and then if I really connect with it, I'll drop them a follow. If I have because I want to try to create actual relationships here, and
hmm
it's pretty nice.
I missed Cat
You
Dude's
know?
comment, but he says your guest is correct about the engagement factor. Many folks of the furry community feel more at ease socializing when in cosplay. True.
I feel it. Like I'm not a furry. I respect that. That's expensive as hell.
True.
But but that's the part I respect, is like that they can stay in those suits and not die because it's so hot.
hmm
But I'm gonna tell you, there is an element of when you subvert the expectation of, I almost said the subvert the expectation of flesh, but when you subvert the expectation of like um looks or race or gender or whatever, and you
hmm
just put out that you're a person, it it's really interesting. It's really nice
Okay.
because yeah.
And
So
then,
there's a lot of exploration you can do in that, for any of those things.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh, Beppo wants to know, does Hana hassle you with help with code like she does Rico?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Riku. Riku's
Mhm.
awesome. Riku's really fun. No, she used to. She used to, but I she hasn't done that for a while. No. No, but you know what? She's really upfront about that, and it's very nice.
Mhm.
So
Oh, and the cat dude's making a comment about the furry stuff. Apparently, it's $2 to $3 grand just for a headpiece. What the fuck?
I'm telling you, that's mad respect. Think about that. Like
Damn.
you like, let's say you have like 2 or 3 personas. You're talking like more than my computers here. Jeez, that's commitment. Like, you know,
I used to like
and
to
to
avoid
get
touch
those things
touch.
cleaned.
Oh yeah, yeah, because it gets hot and they sweat in those things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Um. Oh, and the thing you enjoy about them is just that connection, like a friendship connection, right? All your
Absolutely.
yeah,
Mhm. And
awesome,
I
dude.
think it goes deeper than just a friendship connection, though, because some people, like, uh especially artists, when you find other artists that you vibe with, or you find their style intriguing, uh you can learn a lot from other people. And in the past, you would have to find mentorship, or you'd have to like co-draw. um
hmm
or be physically located right next to them to get that type of expertise. Like, or if
Yeah.
I wanted a skill set, like let's say I wanted to learn modeling, well, you can do that here on Twitch. You can just sit there and watch someone for like hours and hours and hours, freely giving you tons of really good advice.
And you can
You
ask
know,
them advice in the chat. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and to the best of their ability, for the most part, they'll do it. You know, and I just really love the concept of the free information exchange, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
That dude
And
says, I will not go full bodysuit because I can't wear any of my uniforms over the bodysuit. Okay. Yep. And then Beppo says, yep, but hang out with them and joke with them and zap them.
yeah,
Sure. And zap them.
thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And like I recently added like a whole bunch of animations that I did live on stream.
Oh, that's cool.
So like I have things like this that can happen,
Or they can
or
pet you,
right,
poke you,
yeah,
boop you.
and boot me in the nose, yeah. And
Nice.
I've been really happy that they've been taking that more than they have been bonking me recently. So
That's good.
you know,
Um,
yeah, I think I'm all red. I think I'm getting an immunity to electricity.
nice.
so
All right, let me ask you, what are your thoughts of the current state of streaming and where do you see it going in the future? What knows True Texas?
yeah. What nose? I have a nose. Just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there. Yeah, I think that the current state of streaming is somewhere between absolutely amazing and absolute trash. It's really the people you surround yourself in, the hardware, and oh my god, it's really the hardware that you have access to and the platforms that you're on that are really limiting factors. And then where do I see it going? I see it going kind of more. I think that more interaction will lead to better streams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in general, but it's really about the community that's built, and not really I don't know how to describe this, but I really think it's more about the community and less about the streamer.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
I do see it growing. Like, a lot of people are
Yeah.
like, is it too late to be a streamer? And I say absolutely not. Like, it's
Yeah.
never too late. Because I still feel like we're still in the infantile stage of...
yeah.
Continue. Go ahead. Say your comments.
Yeah, I feel that it's never too late to get into it if you're getting into it, depending upon the reason for getting into it. If you're getting into it to make a quick buck or something like that, it's probably not going to work out, but that's because of other things,
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get into it to make friends or to experience or express yourself, it's going to really be a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like the moment you're looking at numbers, you're going to start to run into a lot of self-doubt.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from the perspective of wanting to share your time with others and you want to find things about yourself out that you didn't know, streaming is a great way to do it. Before I started streaming, I was very introverted and like wouldn't talk in front of a group of people unless I was absolutely forced to, and that's completely different now. So I really think that streaming can be, as much as this sounds weird, a great therapy.
Oh, nice. Nice. Peppo says, well, the point of streaming is to hang out with friends in your chat. It's never too late to make friends. True, Peppo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Very succinct there, Peppo.
Approaching 50 isn't too late to stream. No. One of the streamers I follow is WoW Grandma 78. Have you guys ever seen WoW Grandma 78? I think I could shut her out. Like, she's literally a grandma that plays World of Warcraft.
I did hear about a grandma that plays what is it? Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim. There's a Skyrim grandma.
Good. We're over
So yeah,
where
it's
all the
never
little
too old, or you're never too old to get into something like
things
this.
are.
Yeah, like literally this woman is probably like in her late 70s, early 80s. And she just streams World of Warcraft because she loves it. And she's developed an entire community around her. Like, I think
Yeah,
that's
good
phenomenal. And she's got hundreds
for
of
her.
viewers too. Like,
That's so cool.
yes. I have a question.
That's-
Can streaming help out with my anger management instead of going to therapy?
I am, first of all, I'm not a clinician in any way, but I would say it could. It could actually help a lot. Depending upon what you're streaming. If you're streaming Call of Duty, a Warzone or something, probably not. You know.
Mhm.
But if you're in a lot of ways, my my community is very therapeutic and very supportive, and it's really changed a lot of how I've approached life. So yeah, I really do love streaming, and I will always come back to this. So
Your blood pressure will go through the roof if you stream politics smoke screen. The amount of
oh
Vegas.
my god, yeah.
And All Red says maybe once I get the hardware. I would use your existing hardware just to see if you like it before
Yeah.
you invest.
So, that is Gato, that's some of the best advice you could give someone is definitely go with whatever you have. Don't purchase, anything super expensive. Just stream with what you have. It doesn't matter if you're streaming a potato. You don't need a fancy VTuber. You don't even need a PNG. If you want to do anything, you don't need a camera. Just stream and get a decent microphone so you're not doing horrible things to people's ears. But trust me, it's you might find someone that will be your best friend for the rest of your life.
Yep. Or you might find out
So-
that I don't like this. Like,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
And if you don't like it, how much did you put into it?
Like, we interviewed Obvious Yeti, and Yeti streams from an Xbox and a cell phone. Like, that's pretty low tech, in my opinion. And she does just fun. Like, she has a community that she enjoys engaging with. She loves playing games with them and for them, and just does it for the love of streaming. Like, only mic I have is a pair of earphones. Whatever you got. That dude said COD is helpful to combat veterans. That's cool. And Beppo had a very large comment, so let me scroll up to that. Absolutely, streaming most definitely made me a lot better with interacting with people. I have always been an engineer at heart and a soul that lives data. I never really interacted with people other than the school where I was always ignored or bullied. Streaming helped me start that trust, and other people aren't always going to be mean to me. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then North Star also says you have to foster a good community, otherwise you might become a lolcow. True.
Yeah. Yeah, and to that point, your community will be what you allow it to be.
Mhm.
If you allow there to be toxic people there, if you allow people that will demean you, that's what's going to happen. But if you weed those people out of your community early on, you're going to have a great community. And luckily, all I've had to really weed is bots, and everybody
so
else
many.
has weeded themselves. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Mun says, I've seen people stream with nothing more than a basic computer, a webcam, and post-it notes. True. Some of the most successful top tier TikTokers use dollar store earphones and mics. True, Beppo. True.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not going to be about the hardware you're using. It's about the person behind the hardware.
So over screen delay, just use post-it notes. Oh, they put the post-it note in the frame of the camera. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, that is so cool.
That's
Like
so...
you could put it, you could put it like right behind you on the camera. That'd be such a great idea.
Yeah. Also, North Star joined. Do you know North Star, Deadsun?
I do not know.
North
I
Star
know
is
of the North Star.
North Star is also a streamer friend of mine who streams Mikoverse and as well as gaming content. He's also a maker. I was watching him do printing, 3D printing, his cable,
Oh,
what was it, like a cable winder or something to make cables for you. But yeah, there's a streamer by the name of North Star. You might check him out.
okay, cool. I will drop a follow.
Braiding machine. That's what it is. Yep.
Braiding machine. Ah.
Yeah, it's got 3D printing tech.
Yeah.
Moon Muse? Yeah, the first people who come here are the bots trying to sell you views. Next will super friendly, interested people who turn out to try to sell you their crappy, overpriced art. True, Moon Muse. Oh, I also.
I haven't had anybody doing the overpriced art thing yet.
Oh, I've had it to where they want to sell me commissions.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. All right. Also, Soonmuse is a streamer. Soonmuse listens to badass playlists and dances to the Miko bars. Also, seen
pretty cool.
Soonmuse also do Skyrim content. So if you guys don't already hang out with Soonmuse, you should. Awesome.
Very cool.
So I have a my community is fostered around supporting others, small streamers. That's why I shout them out every time I see them. Which reminds me, Grogden is also a streamer. Grogden has recently started streaming gaming content, so it's like half my viewers are streamers. And I still didn't make you a clip, Grogden. I will make you a clip next time. If I am available to make you a clip, I'll make you a clip. Grogden has just been streaming gaming content, and he's an EU Giga Chat, and I always enjoy having the support of the EU boys in my chat.
And that's the Gordon Freeman guy.
Yeah, Grogden Freeman. Yep.
Yeah, I love that.
I love reference. That. Nice. All right, let me ask you this, since you're a game dev and a modeler. What is one piece of advice you'd give somebody getting into game development and 3D modeling?
If I was getting into game dev, tutorials on YouTube are fine. Start wherever you can. Start absolutely wherever you can, whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to do more code or whatever, just look up a few tutorials and go through them. And as far as I use Maya for the most part, Maya and ZBrush and a few other programs like that to do my modeling. If I was starting from scratch and didn't have the experience I had, or like I wasn't working in like form labs or anything like that, I would probably I'd probably go with Blender, because it's free, it's easy to get into, and there's a lot of communities around it.
Yeah, Blender community is huge, and the volumes of videos.
And did I mention it's free, and it's not like Maya expensive? So.
Yeah, how much do you pay for Maya? How much is your Maya?
Too much. It's a huge pain point. Because oh my god, I don't even want to talk about that.
But you've been using it for so long, it's hard for you to want to switch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Well, it's actually, so some of the work I do, they require you to, even though it wouldn't make any meaningful difference, they want trusted software packages. So they make you do, like, we want it in these formats. Well, we need you to work in Adobe. It needs to be in a MB, like a Maya binary file or whatever it is. And they really encourage you to stay on those platforms, because that's their thing. But I will tell you that Blender can do pretty much everything Maya can do, and in most ways. The hair sculpt in Maya and XGen is, I think, a little bit better than what's in Blender right now. But other than that, like, it's definitely, if I wasn't where I am, I would go Blender.
300 per month, says the Hellish Flora. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So.
Easy way to tell somebody was an industry professional if they use Blender or Maya. True. And
that's so. Blender's actually been used in a lot of like larger productions recently. So, like, it's a viable platform, and anybody, like, I don't know. I just think Blender is actually the future. It's just really hard to sell it to a company when it's free, if that makes any sense.
Yep, they don't. They feel like anything that's free is vulnerability or has vulnerabilities. Marango says, I use the modeling tools in an Unreal Engine. Are you memeing, Marango, or are you using the
No, there
5.4
are.
tools?
I mean, there have been modeling tools inside of Unreal for a really long time. They've been rudimentary, but
Mhm.
they are actually getting pretty good now.
No, I really
So,
use them? Wow.
yeah,
Damn. I might have to go down that route.
yeah.
Yeah, and fuck
And
Autodesk.
when you keep everything inside of Unreal, then you don't have to, and you're in package, everything's going to work. And
Mhm.
for the most part, it works pretty well.
Yeah, I tried to export a model, make some change, and re-import it. I had so much trouble. Like, I failed. I
Oh
gave
yeah,
up. I gave up just because all the normals changed, right? Going into Blender. And you gotta set them back, and I had no idea how to do that. And I just got frustrated and gave up.
yeah. Maya actually has some pretty cool plugins that allow that come with it that you can go straight from Unreal into Maya and vice versa.
Yep.
So if you needed to update a model, you can just it's similar to how GoZ works between different softwares in ZBrush. You can just drop it from ZBrush into Maya into Unreal and vice versa. It's really really nice. You know. So um, yep.
Yep. Beppo says, right, Blender is free from what everyone who uses it says. It's just as capable as Maya, and Maya seem seamlessly expensive, even costing more per month than most streamers make per month and often a year. 100%. That's
Yeah.
why I can't use it.
Yeah.
It's too expensive for me.
Yeah. I definitely understand that sentiment. If I wasn't making the lion's share of my money through Maya, I wouldn't be using it. Same with Adobe products. What I do with Adobe products, every once in a while, I'll call them up and be like, "Hey, I think I might be canceling," and they'll give me a few months free, so I don't
Oh,
have to deal
nice.
with that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Smokescreen says, bro, you tried being me 10 years ago trying to import FBX textures in Direct 3D from a model I made in SketchUp.
Oh my God. You know what? I can feel that pain. I can feel that pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you use it your whole life, it's the same with ME and SolidWorks. I know how to use it like the back of my hand, so I can build
Yeah.
things much faster than free CAD
Yeah.
products.
Yeah, SolidWorks is actually extremely, extremely streamlined for obviously what it's good for,
Mm-hmm.
building, assemblies.
Okay.
I had to use that for a while doing engineering work, and that was insane.
Oh,
You know.
also we had two questions in the chat that I wanted to
Sure.
back up and get. One was, what are your recent opinions on Adobe and the recent changes that all the
I
PR
think
stuff?
anytime, sure. I think anytime a software company changes its user agreement to harvest whatever you're working on, it's garbage, especially when they're holding you ransom in a lot of ways, because it's really hard to escape the Adobe environment.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just the idea that they're using it, to fatten their own pockets, because we're never going to see a cent of that come back to us. It's not like
Yep.
they're saying, "Oh, we're going to use all your files, and then we'll, dependent upon how much of your file we used in this, we'll give you, whatever." It's just not good. I think it's a really bad business choice too, because it could open them up to liability. Imagine if I was working for, let's say, a larger corporation. I don't know, let's say the Yum Corporation, like Taco Bell or something, and I had a new taco coming out, right? Uh, given and I if let's say I had to use Adobe products for that, if they're harvesting all that information, then corporate espionage could be literally like right there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like a competitor could get a hold of that file or use that file generatively. So I think it's just a really bad move on all sides of the equation.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Beppo
And as
says,
far as my last part is, as far as personal freedom, it's just disgusting.
yeah,
You
that
know.
is disgusting. Is that influencing you to maybe change in the future? Or you
Um,
just you said F the
I
cloud?
I look. I have used. I have I have a whole bunch of other softwares, but I'm using a. I I'm just faster in Adobe right now. Like for the most part. I have DaVinci. I have you know, I have a few other softwares, but in the end, I just keep on going back. I'm sorry, I'm addicted.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would love to drop them. I'd love to drop them, but
They've got you. They've got you over a barrel. That sucks. Yep.
well, they make me too much money to, right now. So that could change. That could change.
Yep. And Beppo says, yes, for building square-like things that are easy to machine, SolidWorks is king. For building organic things, it's utterly useless, although they did just release a thing that's designed specifically for organic shapes. Kind of looks like a kid's program they made a decade ago.
Yeah.
Sunmiu says, I've never uploaded any work to a cloud service. I couldn't live without having it stolen. I never trusted any of these companies. But at least I am not surprised by Adobe's move. True. And then Beppo also says, that's why I never use one shape. It's supposed to be even better than SolidWorks, maybe by original devs of SolidWorks, but it's all cloud-based, and sometimes we make designs that haven't been patented, and we can't take the risk of anything being hosted on somebody else's computers. That is true.
Right. I mean, it happens all the time. It literally
Data
happens.
breaches. Yep, 100%.
All the time.
Okay, and then we did miss another question by Condemned Pete, and he asks, when is somebody, or when are you no longer considered a small streamer?
I try not to think of people as small or big. When I go to a stream, I am not looking at the viewer count or anything like that. I'm trying to dissect the stream itself. What is the person attempting to do? How's their execution? Like if they're like a based individual, like someone who's like really understanding what they're doing. If they're just doing it for fun, like I want to get to know them. So I comment, like if I don't know if I can really answer that question very well. I try not to look at the numbers when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Well, you also
But
hang out in a lot of tight niche communities, so
yeah. Also, and I when I'm going to like look to who to raid, I try to raid people with less viewers than are actively in my actively viewing me, because I want to be useful to someone, and maybe they'll connect with someone in my chat, or my chat will connect with someone like that, and it will help them out. To me, it feels like a drop in the bucket when I raid someone. Like, let's say I had 20 people viewing me, and I raid someone with 500 people. It's like a drop in the bucket, like to me, for them or whatever. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but I just want to be useful to people.
Yep.
So
I don't know. So I'm a little more diverse in my communities because like I moderate for Code Miko, so like I am part of a larger community. So I consider her a large streamer. Anyone who's got like 1K plus, I think I consider like a large streamer.
You're talking about like live, like people viewing?
Yeah, live viewers,
Yeah.
And I would consider medium to be anyone who's got hundreds of viewers, average viewers. And I'd consider small anything under 100, basically double digits. But
right.
I mean, everyone's definition is their own, and then you could even get more nuanced in the 5K, 10K, 50K, 100K. Like, you could get more nuanced if you want, but I generally break it in. But Deadsun's right. Like, when I raid Code Miko sometimes, she doesn't even notice. Like, it kind of hurts, but I'm just like, well, mom's busy. Like, I always, like, she is a busy lady. Like, she's literally running a stream, a company, like, a chat with thousands of chatters. Like, it makes sense.
With that said, though, I do find it fun to raid some of my friends that do have a lot more people, just to
show
not
support.
Necessarily announce my presence, but I definitely want to show support. I want them to show that I want to show them that I am there and I want the best for them.
Yeah.
So
I'm a tiny streamer, but I enjoy everyone who's with me. Yeah, I mean that's just part of the experience. Not as busy.
Yeah, and honestly, one one of my considerations when I'm looking at people is if it's easy to have a one-on-one conversation, and with larger streamers like in the 100 plus, it's really hard to have like a one-on-one or
Mhm.
any meaningful conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's just size blindness or something inside of me
Mhm.
where, but I do really enjoy the like being able to get to know someone and having them respond to me. So
Yeah, no, you
yeah.
definitely like Dan Clancy talks about it. Like, yeah, you like to watch the big streamers, but there has to be like a streamer ecosystem, and everyone likes to go to that one stream where everybody knows your names. The Cheers experience, as he describes it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I was just calling it that a few days ago. And
Hmm.
I thought I was really clever, but apparently other people have
Dan
had the same
Clancy.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, he calls it the Cheers experience where everybody knows your name. I'm
Yeah, it's
I'm
brilliant. It's
I'm
brilliant.
familiar with that show, but that show is definitely before my time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in the theme song, it's like where everybody knows your name. It's in the theme song
Oh.
for the song for the TV show. So
Actually, you should consider rating Dan Clancy. He pulls people up on stage like that
Mm.
rate him.
Oh, okay.
Like I have gone on Dan Clancy's stream, but I was nervous out of my mind. Like I'm literally an interviewer cat and a newscaster, and like I froze. Like I didn't ask him a single question.
Oh no. Yeah, and that's like literally the CEO, right?
That's literally
Or
the CEO, yeah, Dan Clancy.
yeah.
He's actually a talented musician and a really chill, laid back dude.
Yeah,
But consider rating him.
I've seen some of his videos
Mhm.
before, and he has like music. I want to call them music props, but that's just because as a VTuber, like everything's a prop. Um,
Yes, smoke screen.
but yeah, no, he seems pretty chill. He seems pretty chill.
Mm. All right. All right, here's a curveball question for you. Is there anything you'd like to tell your viewers that they might not know about you?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm pretty. So I try to keep as much. I try to keep my like human life and my streaming life as separate as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I do tell the people that I'm married and I have 3 kids. Um, you know, I I'm pretty open with that type of information.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and on stream, I'm pretty open about like my emotional state.
Mm.
Do I have planets? Yeah, I kind of own a few galaxies out there. Yeah,
3
yeah,
kids. Wow.
yeah. It's
He's an
yeah,
army. He's got a wife, a house, 3 kids. Nice.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I have no kids. I have no kids. My chat knows that. They tried
I
to slander me because they know that I'm kind of like an alley cat. I'm like, there's a period of time where I was out on the streets, and I may or may not have hooked up with some lady cats, but as far as I know, I have no kittens.
I got you. I got
You
you.
have a lot of kids in others.
Oh my
uh,
God. Well, I'm 14.8 billion years old, so if I didn't have some
mm.
kids, whew, you know.
Pete says I have hundreds of kittens, and then Smokescreen saying I have 14 kids, all from different ladies. Bro.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm not Elon Musk.
Nice. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. I guess if I had to share something with my community that that I don't openly say or I don't say enough, it's that they really have changed my life for the better. And I do say this, but I really do mean it. That the opportunity that I've had here on Twitch has been absolutely life changing in
Mhm.
a deeply personal way. And I can't believe that I get to have the honor of performing for people, whether it's playing Fortnite or 3D modeling or whatever the hell it is. I just I'm just like I wake up excited to get the day going so that I can get ready for the stream.
Nice.
So
Nice. Okay.
yeah.
All right. You describe yourself as a former big star in your Twitch bio. Can you
Yep.
elaborate on that?
Well, yeah. So when you are me, it's mostly for like a jape, just like a joke, right?
Hmm.
Um, but the concept is like a large star collapses and becomes a dead sun. So yeah,
Oh, there we
yeah,
go. There we go.
yeah. It's not like that. I was not in any meaningful way an actor or whatever, you know.
He might be giving us misinformation considering he's 14 billion years old and he could have
You
rebranded.
do. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I've had a lot of career changes in my life.
Mm,
Um, I go through these cycles where I find a new world, metaphorically speaking,
mm.
and I try to interact with it, try to learn everything I can from it, and sometimes you get bored with that and you just move on to the next.
Mhm.
So I've definitely jumped a few career changes in my life, and I
Yes.
really feel like it's important to branch out and find something you're comfortable with.
Smokescreen says he thought he recognized you from the hub. That's right. There's a whole tentacle category. And
Yo, look, I'm gonna tell you, it was the 80s. I needed to make money. You know, I had to do stuff. I had to do stuff to survive.
mhm.
You know, coming to Earth and not having money.
Gotta do what you gotta
You have
do.
to make money somehow. Yeah. We live in a society, right? Yeah.
Deadsun and Boom have de facto been to the Unreal Engine planet and learned some secrets. True. Feels hentai. True. True.
Oh no. Little Hollow, come on, you know me better than that.
Could Oh, they ran with that. Feels hentai.
Mm,
Uh, there's supposed to be a supernova in the Corona Borealis that should be
that's true.
visible to the naked eye. Wait, what?
Yeah. It's happening soon. It's
Mm,
happening soon. And it
nice.
should be able to see it. And it's really rare that we get to know about something before it happens, celestially speaking. But we know it's coming.
Okay, cool. I think we talked about this already, but you can re-elaborate about it. How do you find the balance between your VTuber persona and your work as a developer and modeler? Do they influence each other creatively?
Yeah, well, so for the games I'm working on right now, I do keep little Easter eggs and callbacks to my VTuber stuff.
Mm,
Um, it's really something that I did not expect, where this form is actually influencing some of the art that I'm producing for the games that I'm working on. Um, but other than that, I keep this life and my like suit and tie life completely separate.
mm.
Completely separate. Uh, I think there's maybe like 3 people other than my family that know that I do this. Um, you know, that actually know um what's behind the camera.
Oh, gotcha.
So I try to
Nice.
keep those extremely separate.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. Like, I always encounter challenges on my streams and stuff. As a VTuber, what are some of the challenges you faced and how did you overcome them? For me, it's always been
Um,
technological.
Technological, yeah. So I have been changing. Like before, my tentacle software was run completely locally on the machine, and between me and my programmer, we decided to move it to AWS so that it can be hosted there, uh, and not local, so that more people could have access to it instead of having to download like a specific client or anything like that. Um, but it's been a really rough transition just to get everything secure before let anybody touch it, and
Mm-hmm.
and I take security extremely, extremely. Uh, I take it extremely personally, and I take it. I put a great weight on that because if I'm having any piece of someone's information, I want them to know that I'm trying to protect that with my life. Yeah. Well, you say familiarity, but really I'm just like throwing meatballs at the wall and seeing if they stain. Uh,
Mhm.
but but yeah, yeah. I'm really trying. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we modeled this on stream. Yep, this little headgear.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
But but yeah, so most of them have been technical. I think that interpersonally, I haven't really had any issues. I did have a bit of time blindness today. I think scheduling is probably my biggest thing.
You're
Trying to
juggling a
keep
lot.
to it. I'm juggling. I am juggling a lot, and I realize that, I'm a sentient creature with only so much focus, and I
Mhm.
like today. I thought the interview was going to be like at like 1 a.m. when 1:30 my time a.m. and I'm just like, wait a minute, no, that's not right. And, I'm glad I had that micro panic attack, turn on my computers and check my Discord.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't keep Discord or any of this stuff on. It's only on when my streaming computer or gaming computer's on.
Oh, so when you unplug good.
Yeah,
That's huge. That is huge.
yeah. I still get texts from people I'm working for that are like, "Oh, can we change this? Can we do that? Can we do that?" But today I was hosting some friends from out of state, and
Mm.
uh, like they took a lot longer to get out of the house than I expected.
Oh,
So
nice. That's fine. That's fine.
yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
cool.
we have a whole bunch of different redeems. So we have different gear you can put on me.
Oh,
You've seen some of it.
I love the sunglasses.
Oh yeah, the Kamina ones
The
or
deal.
the Squirtle
Deal with
Squad
it.
ones. Yeah,
Deal with it.
yeah. I really like them too.
Oh, it also looks like Smokescreen is offering his pen test services. If you didn't know, Smokescreen likes to break stuff and test security. Like, that's his whole bread and butter is security
Ow!
stuff.
Yeah.
So if you ever need somebody, there you go.
Oh, I break things enough myself. Thank you. No, we do have an automated testing system that we're using right now, and it's actually, it's really hasn't found anything we haven't known. But when we get to something close to what I'm able to share with others,
Oh,
I'll
thanks for the lurk,
definitely,
Key.
I'll definitely look at you.
I see you on
Yeah.
YouTube. Thank you for the lurk.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you didn't know, I'm live on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and Twitter. I
Twitter,
love,
really,
yeah, some Twitter streaming. Although that might change, allegedly.
allegedly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna make like an OBS type connectivity, but they want to charge for it.
Oh, that's backwards.
Yeah, like
That's
bruh.
No, you should be paying me to hang out with you.
Yes.
That's the way it should be for a Twitter, like for a streaming.
Mm.
Like as far as monetization, like I really, it's just great that we have this reach, but at the same time, there's like 99.99% of people aren't making enough to justify uh making any purchases or doing anything like that. The
Mhm.
fact that we're just making friends and hanging out, that really needs to be the focus.
Just pay us.
It's
True.
just yeah. Otherwise, Amazon should owe me minimum wage for my state.
True.
I'm
True.
I'm doing over 40 hours a week, so they better.
Hmm. Wow, so you work 40 hours and then you stream 40 hours, or those are your targets?
I work actually probably about 50 to 55 hours a week, and then I stream at night after I've worked the day. So, and then recently I've been doing like 10 to 12-hour streams. So,
Bruh. How do you sleep?
trying.
How do you sleep?
So there's this fun thing where like if you work, let's say 21 hours, straight, and then you sleep for 3 hours, you can then stack another 3 hours in there, and then work another 21 hours. So you get 6 hours of sleep instead of 3, you know? But you just have to shift your schedule a little bit. Yeah.
I'm not
And
sure.
that's an extreme example, but like, you know,
Mhm.
that's, you know, I wouldn't suggest doing that, you know, if you care about your health or your life. But
Gotcha. Yeah, Bubba says, yeah, for sure. You're the one producing the content. Imagine cable companies charging studios for the privilege of hosting the content. True.
oh, right. It is crazy. Um, honestly, Twitch has never made money like financially, you know, for them, but they really should be paying people for the amount of time and effort they're putting in, you know. You know.
He makes the comment that
It,
you're setting yourself
mhm.
up for burnout, but you are an alien, so you have a different
Yeah,
physiological than
I'm gonna tell
physiology.
you, my tolerance for burnout is pretty extreme.
Mm-hmm.
It like in other places I've worked, I've done like crunch time,
Oh,
like
thank
you
you,
would
Goop. Yeah.
never believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's it's something that I wouldn't suggest other people try to find out if they could do it, but
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely had my 72 hours of dev session or art session. This has to be out the door yesterday kind of, you know, events in life. And every time they're like, oh, you saved our lives. Now, what are you doing on Monday? Like, I'm sleeping. Go away. You know?
Okay, so you have periods
So,
of rest where you can tell your
yeah.
customers, bro, I need a day. Nice.
Oh yeah. I take Mondays off 100% of the time now.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
just to connect with my family and make sure everything is good. I don't, you know, the work life balance also includes my family. I keep at least 4 hours a day, um, where I'm working at home and I'm hanging out with the family. So like if I need to eat or I need to make dinner for them, you know, something's there so that I can support them,
Mm-hmm.
like emotionally and as a father, you know,
Nice. Nice.
husband slash whatever. Yep.
All right.
hmm
What kind of games do you enjoy developing the most in Unreal Engine? Are there any particular genres you're drawn to?
Yeah, exploration. Anything that you're exploring, whether it's conceptual or spatial, I really do love exploration. Um, I'm working on a game called Light Below, where you play as a resurrected skeleton running from death itself. Conceptual death, not like a scythe wielding guy.
Mm.
And you start in a deep down crypt, and it's a little like Only Up, where you're trying to get out of there, but you're also trying to reclaim whatever humanity or whoever you were before, you know. And there's exploration and a little bit of puzzle solving. So that I'm building a puzzle game that's very similar to Tetris Attack, but we'll have different VTubers in it. I don't know if you've played Tetris Attack before, but it's a match 4 kind of deal. Match 3, match 4, and you make combos, and then you can
Mm.
send those over to attack your buddy
Oh,
who you're
that's
playing
cool.
against.
That's
So,
gonna be tricky.
yeah, it's fun. It's lots of fun. And I used to play it with my kids. Well, used to, but they're my play testers, and they like it a lot. They're like, Dad, come on, let's play that. I'm like, I haven't worked on it in months, but they're like still,
Still
know,
playing it. That's pretty
always
good
wanting to
though.
play with. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
Hmm.
and then I have a game that we play on streams sometimes called Keeps and Cannons, where everybody receives a tower, and then you use a coordinate system to launch cannonballs at each other and blow up each other's keeps. So yeah,
Mm.
I really do like. I don't know. I like exploring concepts, exploring gameplay. You know.
Okay.
Yep.
Can you walk us through your creative process when building a game in Unreal Engine? How do you approach design and functionality?
Oh, all the design and functionality is almost always a slave to the overall gameplay, right? So if the concept of the game is, let's say, exploration,
Mm-hmm.
then all the features, all that kind of stuff from the ground up have to be in pursuit of exploration. So I'll be using like world partition, which is a system inside of Unreal that allows you to have like in like levels of detail in different areas and load different things in. Um, I just switched over my whole environment to be able to switch from different locations, so I can switch between my spaceship and the like the Christmas cabin using world partition, which is so it's really like I really try to keep whatever functions or features I'm building to play with the narrative, you know, if that makes any sense. So
Mm-hmm.
if I have to focus on something visual, one second. If I have to play with it, like if I everything has to be in service to the gameplay and in service to the narrative, because like the graphics, graphics are great. That's what people interact with, but like without like really tight controls or an understanding of what they're doing, it's not gonna it's not gonna be fun.
Yep.
So
Yeah, like, okay, so you start with the concept, and then that helps you develop the design and functionality based on your concept. So, like, exploration, if you had a gravity gun, then that's when you would approach, the design and functionality of adding in a gravity
Right.
gun type of thing. Okay. Okay.
right. And if it doesn't aid the like if let's say it was about exploration,
Mm-hmm.
and if the gravity gun was a great idea and it was easy to implement, but it did not expand the concepts of exploration, or the feel that we're going for, because a lot of like for example, a lot of Light Below is feeling powerless, is feeling that there's a pressure behind you that you have to get out of. It builds attention. So you don't want to give the player a lot of agency as far as getting out of situations. You want them to deal with the situations.
Mm.
So building features that get them out of those situations quicker, oh, builds less tension, and it also makes it cheapens the experience. So you wouldn't add like a double jump or something like that to the game to make it easier to get across the void. You'd want there to be fear of falling down, you know, the void and losing your progress, or just breaking all your bones, something like that.
Bruh, you've got all kinds of experience. You give from experience. Wow. Wow. Ooh, this is a good question because I struggle with this. Unreal Engine is constantly evolving. How do you stay up to date with the latest features and advancements? And I struggle with this.
Okay, so actually recently I've been kind of bad about this, but I do go to the Unreal streams here on Twitch, or I watch them on YouTube after the fact. I really like to watch that, but I do have maybe one or two friends that are around that whole Epic area.
Mm.
And they like tell me about stuff or whatever. So that's my primary sources. And then also, if you're in Unreal development or you're thinking about getting into Unreal development, make sure you download their free monthly content. There'll be 5
100%.
or 6 pieces on their Unreal Epic Store, or whatever you want to call it, in the development area, not the gaming area, that they give away. And it's always fun to get in there and see what's in there, and download it, play with it for a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, that's worth
And
like
it's
hundreds of dollars. They're giving it out free every month. Yep.
Every month. Like sometimes it's like, I mean, like just opening those files up and seeing how they did things. And not all of those guys are gonna have really good products, but they're gonna be at least well enough thought out products where Epic themselves has said, "Hey, you should look into this."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great. And even if you're not sure about it, like whether you're
Yeah.
going to do game development or VTubing with Unreal
Yeah.
Engine, just get them anyways. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll also say Unity is a really good alternative to Unreal. I know some people have reservations about Epic as a company, Epic Games as a company. Unity has its struggles too, but it's something that you should really look into. And then there's Godot. You know, there are options out there. It's never been an easier time to get into game dev.
The tools are getting better and
It's
easier.
really like if I would have had these tools 15 years ago, I don't even know if I would have made it to a big company. I might have just made a few games and, you know, bam.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of funny because like last night I was in a stream that's Unity powered. And then they were discussing Unity versus Unreal, and I'm like, I'm unbiased, but I like Unreal better.
Nice. Nice. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah. But I will say some of the features on Unreal are really unmatched right now. The way Nanite works is so good. I literally took what I did I think it was like 2 days ago or 3 days ago on stream is I took the museum scan of the Venus de Milo. I retopoed it, UV'd it, and put it in my scene at native resolution. So it was like it was like 14 million polys in there live with no perceivable slowdown in one of
Damn.
my new environments. So you know,
Had you worked with
and
Unity in your past?
yeah, for one of my I won't get into specifics, but yeah, I did have to work with Unity a few times back a very long time ago. They were looking, they were like, they were trying to decide between the Arma engine and Unity, and yeah, that was a ordeal. But yeah, Unity's great. Unity's great, and also as a VTuber, Servodel makes VNAN, and VNAN is very good, very very good. So
What's
if you're getting
VNAN?
into VTubing, definitely check out VNAN.
What is it? Describe it.
It is a very robust way of VTubing inside of Unity. So you can create redeems. You can, VNAN. Beppo spelled it correctly, right there. It's really good. It's like VCat, you know, but like or like MEOW or whatever. But yeah, absolutely awesome. Very easy to talk to her. If you need absolutely anything, she'll help you out. She streams a ton. Amazing individual. And it's just really cool. Really cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So like there's options everywhere that do not cost a lot of money, you know.
Nice.
And, yeah.
Nice. There looks
Thanks,
like
Beppo.
Yep, Beppo's putting who they are. Yes.
Well, thank you, Gooby Cat.
Weird Wiggly, dude. That's just who he is.
I am Wiggly. Yep.
All right. Can you describe your approach to modeling characters or assets for use in Unreal Engine?
Yeah, that's actually evolved quite recently.
Oh.
Yeah, well, because we have nanite and like if a prop is not deforming, then I consider it not to have a poly count. You can literally have like a helm or a helmet with like 40 million polys and you're not running into any slowdown. As long as you enable the nanite on the mesh. So there's some really nice stuff. I use that on my trees and my Christmas cabin level. But like as far as modeling for Unreal, other than the bones that, like for example, each one of my tentacles here has about 32 bones.
Yeah.
Like and that's times 8 plus the head and neck and stuff like that. I really don't have to change anything between Maya and Unreal. The only thing that I would have to change is if I wanted to use someone else's canned animation, but if you look down here, I don't think those legs are gonna really work the same way, you know?
Yep.
So I am gonna be doing some human characters pretty soon in Unreal, but I'm looking to get some full body tracking before I do that. So yeah, I think my biggest thing is using like in Unreal, I've been using like hair grooms instead of just cards. Like
Oh, nice.
in the industry, like it was cards, cards, cards for any type of hair or fur. And now I can actually just throw a hair groom in and have very little slowdown, you know?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cat Dude wants to know, has Deadsun ever seen the webcomic Freefall? If not, I think you would become a fan of Sam Starfall.
I have not ever, I'm not really into web comics,
Mm,
but if you suggest it and you get a link in there somehow, maybe if you put it in Gato's Discord,
Discord. Yep,
uh,
yep.
yeah, I will endeavor to check it out. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
I love finding new suggestions. In the past, um, like I was very, very tight with my time. I'm like, oh, someone would make a suggestion for a TV show or something, and I'd be like, nah, that doesn't sound right to me. But
Mhm.
now I'm just like, yeah, if anybody has made a point to make a suggestion, I'm gonna check it out because you never know. This world is big, and you can find new things you love every day.
Yep.
So
Okay. Let me ask you, do you have any dream projects you'd like to work on as a 3D modeler, perhaps with your own VTuber or game? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, I'm living the dream if that makes any sense. I really enjoy what I'm doing here. And this even 3 years ago to where I'm at right now would be like when I started streaming, I just thought it'd be fun. And now it's growing and we're getting like just an influx of new faces and new really cool people. I have met people in the last 2 months that I will probably be with until the day I die.
oh, nice.
And yeah, yeah,
Mm,
it's been crazy. Like I really feel like I've gotten a new lease on life, and that's really hard to say. But
sounds
yeah,
exciting. Sounds like you got
yeah,
exciting
and
stuff in that. A lot of
yeah,
exciting
well,
irons in the
yeah,
fire.
it's really fun. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but when I get rated, I'm gonna be. I already have the ships mostly modeled. I have to do a little bit of UVing, but I have a whole RTS system set up so that there'll be when I get rated, like a large destroyer will show up, and the number of raiders that come with them will be a number of ships that
Oh,
attack.
nice.
Yeah, and then those ships will actually be entities that relate to each one of the streamers, or sorry, the viewers. And so if they follow, they'll actually switch sides and start shooting back. You know,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
a lot of little features, but each one of those will have stats, and we'll be able to continue into the RTS portion, which will be a separate stream somewhere else that you guys will be able to like use commands and go other places throughout the simulated galaxy.
So you're making a game within which it's a separate stream, but will
Yeah.
essentially be chatters versus raiders. That's
Yes.
pretty cool.
Yeah. And multiple people, if they raid at the same time, multiple destroyers will show up. And the number of like if it's a larger group of people, more people will show up. And more
Mm,
like larger ships will show up. So it's going to be pretty crazy.
nice.
You know.
Nice. Reminds me of like when you know Endeavor, right? Of course. Of
Who?
course.
Endeavor?
Endeavor
Yeah. Yeah.
TV. Yeah. Yeah, you raid Endeavor.
Yeah.
You raid in with all your raiders as dancers on the dance floor. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. That's a Endeavor is another person that I've really grown to love. We talk about space and stuff like that. I've worked with him on a few things in the past, and he's always such a positive like Endeavor and Nova. They're really positive people, and they're doing amazing. And
Mhm.
I'm always so happy that people in our community are doing well.
Yep.
You know.
I've interviewed both Deckard and Nova, and they're both incredible
Yeah.
interviews that I really enjoyed. Like it's so
Yeah.
fun being in their world. Um, hmm. Would you ever work
Yeah. I
like
actually.
would you ever
I've.
work on
Oh.
something like Marvel or something? Or if you could have your character
Oh. What you mean? Work on a what?
Marvel, like Marvel, the company. Like would you work on something for Marvel Pictured potentially?
With
Given the
my character,
opportunity?
probably not. No.
Mhm.
No, I'm done. I'm done with movies.
Done with the movies, okay.
I'm not gonna open that can of beans up anymore. No.
Hmm.
Um.
Okay.
When I worked on, I did work in film for a little bit, and I ran into a lot of things I don't want to get into.
Gotcha.
But I did
Yeah,
not like that environment.
yeah, LA's
So
gross. Yeah, understood. LA's
yeah,
gross
yeah,
in my opinion.
no, yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it right there.
Yep.
And it, mm,
Go for it.
that's it. That's it. So probably not. Nope.
Mhm.
Um, I would love to make some animated shorts. I actually was traditionally trained in like 2D animation. That's where I got my start, and doing that kind of stuff. So, um, yeah, I would love to do like some cartoons or something like that, or like even 3D animations. But
Yep.
not right now. Not in my life. No, not with
Gotcha.
not with
Now,
the current state of things. Yeah.
yep. And if there's a Fortnite metaverse, would you ever put your your exact model character in the metaverse and blow people up as
Um,
yourself in the Fortnite metaverse?
if Epic came to me and they said I want Deadsun as a skin, I would remodel it to, or like have them remodel it, whoever, I don't care, to be like in universe, if that makes any sense for them. I
Hmm.
would totally love having a skin inside of Fortnite. People would be, I don't know how people would react to it, but I would love it. I think it would be fun. Yeah,
I
but
gotcha. Or if they say you can import your own VRM, would you do it?
uh, into Fortnite and
Hmm.
other people see me, yeah, yeah, that'd be fun.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Beppo wants to know, are you doing well as far as happiness? Doing well on Twitch?
Yeah. I My personal philosophy isn't one of happiness; it's one of meaning, and I think that meaning is something that's harder to be robbed from you.
Hmm.
So I find a lot of meaning in what I'm doing here on Twitch, and I really enjoy the work and effort I'm putting in. Otherwise, I think I'd be burned out from everything I've done in my life. Um, so I do find solace and happiness in Twitch, and I find a lot of happiness from when I see like Beppo or Texas in my stream. You know, I I I love it. I love it because those are people I'm getting to know. Um,
Hmm.
I love being able to jump into like Boom Stream and see like Beppo in there, and then be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome." Like I
Yeah, I
love
think
it. I
yeah,
love.
I think any of us that love tech found the Unreal Engine. They found the same communities.
Yeah. Yep.
True.
Well, yeah, yeah, and we're better off for it. We're really better off for it. Like, I would say that the one thing about being an Unreal VTuber at this current time is that you really have to take your lumps in development. So when
Hmm.
you actually get to the streaming portion, no matter the state of your stream, uh, there's a little bit of camaraderie just from that, you know.
Hmm.
So I mean, as far as I'm aware, there's nobody on like Fiverr just throwing out crap. Like, hey, have an Unreal stream, $500 or whatever. Um, yeah. So I really enjoy it here.
Yep. Scuffed is part of the show. True, mud. True. I'd rather watch
Yeah,
you guys
I
than Big
do.
Brother.
I d-
True.
Yeah, I do really try to minimize my scuff. Like I want to have you have to acknowledge that scuff is going to happen, but I do try to minimize it.
Mm, I see. Cat dude, it looks like this requires a login.
Yeah, 1 second.
That's okay. All right. Let me see here. Oh yeah, and I agree with Beppo's comment. Endeavor stream is pretty poggers. I think a lot of it, like, it's hard to, like, you go there and you jam out. Like, it's, like, you really, like, I listen and I'm, like, jamming out in my chair. It's hard to want to chat while you're jamming out.
Yeah, yeah. I turn on Endeavor. Generally, what happens is I'll be done with my stream. Endeavor starts, and I will be going through. After my streams, I go through the people that have either followed me or I'll go through the chat log and see if anybody said anything that I missed, and I try to make each stream 1% better than the last. And I've definitely personally failed that a few times, but I really try to engage and get to know people. So I'll listen to Endeavor in the background and just
Work on dev
it's
stuff.
just amazing. Yeah.
I end up doing the same.
Yeah. And, if you know his hexagonal platform and some of those lights in there, like those pillars and all that kind of stuff, from his last environment, not his desert one, but from his last environment, I worked on some of that. So
Oh, nice, nice.
for him, yeah, he was really easy to work with. If he ever comes to you and asks you to do something, take him up on it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good work. It's gonna be fast, and he knows what he wants, so
Nice.
you don't have to worry about that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm like beyond an Unreal noob, so I can't really teach much. Alright, let me ask you this question. How does your skill as a VTuber, developer, and modeler influence each other? Do you find that one strengthens the other?
Yeah, I do find synergy. I find that teaching is a really good way of finding out what you actually know. It's also a really good way to refresh yourself. When I'm modeling something and I can't find a button or a tab, it's something that I'm like, where was this? I just used this like literally yesterday, right? And it cements it in your head after that, and it's very rare that you'll forget it again. And when I'm modeling or texturing or whatever I'm doing on stream, I try to talk my way through it in a way that shows that I'm putting like as much thought as possible into it, and I'm trying to explain it from a direction that the person watching either just tuned in or has no idea what the heck I'm doing. You know.
Oh, nice.
So I find a lot of synergy between this and teaching, and like developing my skills further. You know.
Nice.
So I love it.
All right. Do you know the streamer Mizuki? You know that.
Mizuki.
Yep.
Do I know them?
Yep, I'm
No,
shouting her out right now.
Fucking dark.
Now, Mizuki,
I have not had the pleasure.
you should follow Mizuki.
How do we
Mizuki
fix it?
is the one that got me onto this this nonprofit that I'm working with right now, and is part of the team. And she's lovely, she's bubbly, and a very talented streamer here on Twitch. We'll forgive her because she's Unity powered, but
There's no forgiveness needed. No forgiveness needed. No. I absolve you of your sins.
No, it's actually pretty impressive, her project, what she's done. And
actually, for Unity, it'd be something more like this, you know?
Oh, yes, yes. I've seen Deadsun before, the claymation style avatar. Wait, what? Do you see Deadsun before?
Oh my god. That's so far ago. That's so long ago. Oh my god. I see. I recognize the name, but I haven't seen them around in a long time.
Yeah,
But
like
wow.
cuties.
By the way, I did follow. I did follow.
Nice. Check out Mizuki. She's
Hash,
wonderful. She's good.
hashtag
She's
followed.
Yeah, she's a wonderful streamer. I'm honored to be in, a team with Mizuki. And I was telling the chat earlier, Mizuki, if you do this again next year, I want to be on your team again. If they'll have me again, I will gladly join again, but only if I can be with you on your team. So,
Yeah.
oh my god, got to shake it down for people to follow me.
Nice, nice.
No, that's part of my community experience. Is I'm trying to get other small streamers to support each other. Like we're in this streaming journey together, and it's always super nice to collab with people, and it's good to have good people that aren't just like clout chasers or freaking people that don't actually care. Like meaningful relationships, meaningful friendships.
Yeah.
So,
honestly, after the movie stuff, this is such a breath of fresh air. I really haven't met too many people that are in it just to like get big and famous or whatever. For the most part, I've met people that just want to have fun and they actually want to meet real people.
Yep. Yeah.
And,
yeah, I'm doing it for the fun. Like if you're like, no one makes money on this. Like you have to be part of like the 01%, and this is more of a passion than anything. So Beppo made the comment, Mizuki, the project is one of the most noteworthy VTubers I've seen on Twitch. She's a unique situation where she's a VA and Nerva is her dev, so she can just dive into the code and do things. So she has a unique one-off interface to do all things a VTuber needs to do. True. The two of them are a powerhouse. Absolute powerhouse.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is there possible to make a VTuber movie like VTubers instead IRL actors? That's what Tayaki pivoted to. They were going to do a web series of like a VTuber web series. They're working on it. That's what's paying for his long list kittens. I have no kittens. Nice.
I will tell you, if anybody doesn't know, there's a guy named Mega Steak Man or Mega Mocap VR. He has a free, absolutely free inside Unreal motion capture studio.
Oh, nice.
That you can download and set up and record motion capture. And it is really powerful and very, very free. And he is a pretty good friend of mine. And I just want to give a shout out to him. He is absolutely insane. Great person. Super, super humble. It's really rare to meet someone who does as much work as him. And then for them to be like, oh yeah, but you're doing amazing things. And I just, I'm always in awe of people like him, So Mega Steak Man here on Twitch.
Mega Steak Man. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Always looking for more friends.
Sorry. Mega Steak Man on YouTube. Mega Mocap here on Twitch.
Oh, Mega Mocap. Oh, nice.
Yeah, someone else is sitting on this Steak Man over here.
Shout out to his channel. All right, let me do it.
Oh, underfollowed? Absolutely. And he has some like really cool film projects that he works on YouTube, and he does these 48-hour film things on YouTube, completely inside Unreal.
We'll and
he just made a music video.
Oh no, she's hurting me. Oh no.
At the beginning of
God.
the year, and it is probably one of my favorite music videos of all time. And it's for like an indie band from around where he's from. So.
Hey Yeti, welcome back, Yeti. How are you? I'll shout you out in just a moment. Oh no, everyone's getting their viewer attack redeemed so they can throw snowballs at us and tomatoes.
Snowballs. I have a snowball redeemed too. They can throw snowballs at me. I don't.
I feel like the next question you've already, yeah, they're pelting us with snowballs and tomatoes.
Ah, you got me.
Yeah. Oh, and thank you. We did reach our goal, Mizuki. I'm very happy we reached our goal. But if you guys are still feeling tipsy and want to support a nonprofit, you can still continue to donate and make me eat spicy jelly beans. Embarrass me further. I owe Nomori sexy jutsu for sure. With the MEOW version. Okay, this next question I think you've already covered, but have you considered creating a game that incorporates your VTuber persona in some way?
Yeah, I do have a third-person shooter idea, where you would actually receive missions from me, and there would be weekly missions where I would just like do a small recap. But when I'm streaming, I would have during ad breaks or something, I would give out live commands to the people playing the game, and that would affect the stream. So
That's cool. That's cool. And I think Saria was also developing her own FPS. That's pretty cool. A little hollow pelting me. Nice. All right, and then let's ask one final question. What are your thoughts of the future of VTubing and how it might integrate with game development?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm not wise enough, and I don't have the foresight to know what's going on in the near future. But I feel like the more democratized VTubing and streaming in general becomes, the harder it is going to be for large corporations to find a foothold, which is actually better for indie devs. So I feel like indie devs might be more, I guess, primed to find this whole experience. And I find that to be really cool. There's a indie dev I follow, White Volt, and he does a lot of pixel art live, and he has a little VTuber guy going on. And he's done a few games, Captain Carrot, really, really great stuff. So I think that this is going to be a boon for smaller developers. I don't really see people like Tony the Tiger actually being a VTuber.
No, he
or
is.
anything like that.
He has his own channel.
I know, but I don't see that as like interaction in the same way.
Yep.
Because they have to use corporate speak and pre-approved messages and stuff like that, where we have the ability to mess up and to actually have a little bit of we have the ability to make a misstroke on our calligraphy and still be perfect.
Tony streamed for 1 hour 3 years ago. Sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I could see that the future of game dev for smaller streamers, for example, if you guys don't know Mordecai is a friend of mine. He's freaking amazing, and he's doing game dev on stream. So I think the real boon of VTubing in general with game development is that you can actually, in some ways, both get exposure for your game and get exposure. So you get cross exposure. You get exposure from the game, and you get exposure as a VTuber. So, and it brings interest into the game development in general. So it's like Boom's developing stuff. People watching Boom can see what they're doing and get a feel for if this is something they want to do. Feel the stress of working on a node only to realize 6 hours later that you mistyped it and put a different node in there. Like the struggle's real, man. The struggle's real. But I wanted a constant. God damn, you just. But I really feel that the future of game dev will probably be on a indie level, or maybe a like an A level, maybe double A even, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be triple A, because a lot of what triple A relies on, other than their massive budgets, is their prestige. And if
Mm,
someone sees a triple A developer like having like Maya crash 8 times in a row because their hair groom wasn't had a space in it in the naming convention, that's not going to look good for like Ubisoft or whoever, you know.
yep.
And there's also a lot of pixel peepers that will be like, yeah, I was there, it looked way better in the development, so it must be some corporate crap. It's not. I don't really see like larger game development really focusing in on that, but it could be a huge boon. I don't know, I keep on using that word, but for smaller developers. Yeah, that's what I'll say.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's gonna have some crossover. Like if you could be Boom in Boom's world, like we already attack Boom and mess with Boom, but if it could also be a game where we spawn in and then we become FPS shooters against Boom, that'd be hilarious. Also, Boom is an incredible FPS shooter. If you didn't know, you just gotta
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta
The
convince
Apex.
Boom to play Fortnite instead of Apex. Yep.
Yeah, if I've been trying to get Boom to play Fortnite, but I'm not gonna twist anybody's arm. But I'll tell you one thing. I really love the idea of having chat directly influence the gaming experience.
Mhm.
One of the smaller things I'm working on is a survival game where the chatters can actually spawn in as zombies,
Oh,
or spawn in
nice.
as supply drops and stuff like that.
Ooh, that's
So
helpful.
yeah, yeah. So there's, and I just really love the idea of like seeing people that you've been hanging out with for I don't know how many hours, having a role
Mhm.
in whatever you're playing, you know.
Yeah.
And who's to say that there might not, like in my game, like you might play it at a home when I'm not streaming, and I might just literally show up and drop a little item off for you and be like, take this, it's dangerous to go alone or something,
Yep. Yep. I kind of want to
So,
make an indie farming game in my tuber. That's cool, Mizuki.
yep.
Nice. I think the closest I've come to is that crowd control extension, because my chat can
Yeah.
either hurt or help me when I'm playing Elden Ring.
Right.
And that was they really enjoyed that. They really, really did. Too bad it's broken right
And
now.
and Twitch just opened up their overlay thing again, so that submissions are back on the table. For a while, it was actually halted. So
Mhm.
I am actually building inside my software. I have an overlay built in that captures who clicks on where. So it can like if you click on something on the screen, like my nose, it'll say Gato, Gato boot, Ninja Gato boot,
Oh, that's cool.
or something like that.
Mm.
Which also means that we could have one of my ideas was we would have a top-down D&D
That.
style game, or where you would be able to just click on another location on the screen, and your character would move there, and then you could click on attack or defend or whatever the commands are. But yeah.
Yeah, imagine a world where a World Cup, a billionaire oiler gets to pay 500K per shot to shoot beach balls at the kick you're doing the penalty kick. On Twitch,
Oh my
you get to
God.
do that with redeems. True.
Yeah. Well, I'll make a redeem, Twitch, like a bit redeem
Mhm.
that is $50,000, and if you click on it, I smile and go, yeah, you know. And if they like that, we'll do it. I'll do it.
Nice. Well, that's cool,
Yeah.
man. All right. So at this time, I'm going to open it up to the chat for questions. Do you guys have any questions? And I will give you a BS question to give them time to type up questions.
Sure.
If you could take your family into your spaceship and travel to any country right now or anywhere on the planet, where would you go?
So I do have models of my whole family that will be in my stream at some
Oh,
point
nice.
if they want to be. Um, but if I wanted to go somewhere with my family, I think I would go back to Thailand. I lived there for a while,
Oh,
and
nice.
it was a really good experience for me. Um, you, I learned a lot about just like what's really important in life when I was there. Just like working fields and doing all sorts of stuff. You know what happiness really means. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I would love to take my family back to the places I was, um, or like go camping in the redwood forests again. That was really fun. Maybe Yosemite. I don't know. There are so many places I want to go back to. Um,
Any
you
place
know.
new that you haven't gotten done yet?
Ooh, I've always wanted to go to Kyrgyzstan. Um, I know that might sound kind of random, but there's a mountain range there that I've seen a few pictures of, and it just looks really lovely. So,
That's in the
so
Stan region, like the
yeah,
Uzbekistan,
yeah,
Turkmenistan. Yep. Okay. Okay.
yeah, Kazakhstan's around there.
Hmm.
So, so yeah, I really find I whenever I go somewhere, it's a master class in humanity. You know, just because when you have a lack of communication or a barrier between you, you really have to find the root of the root of what meaningful interaction is. So I really love going to places that I'm unfamiliar with, you know,
Nice. Uh,
and I'd love to take my family at some point, you know. I've also really wanted to go to Petra, like in Jordan.
oh.
That sounds like that's like kind of one of my dream destinations. I've never been to Jordan.
Mm.
You know.
Kava wants to know. He feels vibes of sci-fi and fantasy on in your VTuber and channel. Any inspirations on big sci-fi alien movies or novels? What influenced potentially?
So so as weird as this sounds, uh I don't think I've gotten any influence for Deadsun or anything like that from sci-fi specifically. I think that the architecture for my ship designs is heavily inspired by like Gundam or Japanese anime in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I will say that I'm a lover of sci-fi movies in general, sci-fi books, of sci-fi video games, fantasy video games. Like I recently read through every single H.P. Lovecraft book I could find.
Oh wow.
Um,
Learning about the humans through their literature. Nice.
yeah, yeah. It's I will say there there is a mindscape uh, that is rarely touched by philosophy,
Mm.
and it is deeper than any ocean that I have ever swam. You know, so definitely find definitely find, and I really think sci-fi and fantasy are nearly the same thing. Sci-fi in most ways is aspirational, even if it's dystopian or whatever it is. I really find it to be aspirational, and
Mm-hmm.
fantasy is more questioning the nature of reality. You know, what could be magic? What is magic? What are we in relationship to magic? You know,
Yeah. Getting into the philosophy of things. Okay. Bubba says,
I do think philosophy is really important. So I find sci-fi movies like the sillier the sci-fi movie, the better. Honestly, like teenagers from outer space. You know, they're harvesting lobsters. Well, okay, so that means like if we're taking this at like the deepest level, right? That means that there's a food shortage for these aliens of some sort, and they're trying to solve it. So like, the stakes are pretty high for their people, right?
mm-hmm.
You know, you go over and over and over and over and over, and like find that there's actual like, even if the author or the people really didn't intend there to be like a meta text, there almost always is. Just
Mm-hmm.
because when a human puts a pen to paper, you know, they have to put out a map inside their mind. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be on there. So like Tolkien, when you read anything on there, Tolkien or whatever you want to call him, there's going to be a piece of humanity, a little bit of soul in that. So I just love it. Like one of my favorite movies is actually The Day the Earth Stood Still, the first one.
Oh,
Not because, not because of like any science fiction way, but it's just more grounded in the way that things would have actually turned out than anybody would really like to see.
mm-hmm.
I've read The Color Out of Space. I really, really loved it. I have not watched it, but if it follows the Nicolas Cage rule, it's going to be fucking amazing.
Nice.
When 7 years ago, it was probably older than that, but I came up with the Nicolas Cage rule. The Nicolas Cage rule is, if you can honestly say that Nicolas Cage would have made the movie better, it was a horrible movie. But if Nicolas Cage is in the movie, it's 50-50. It's either going to be absolute crap or it's going to be awesome.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
and that's the Nicolas Cage rule, and it's pretty accurate. I mean, like that recent one with Pedro Pascal was freaking amazing.
Oh.
You know, I forget the exact wording of it, but like it's like the incredible weight of massive talent or something like that. I forget what it's called.
Goodness, crap is gonna be awesome crap. That's true, John.
The bees! The bees! Oh, yeah, not the bees. Exactly, Little Hollow. Yeah. That's exactly. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
love that stuff.
I missed T's question from YouTube, but T's question from YouTube is, what non-English video games have you found fun?
Non-English. Let's see. There are actually a lot of non-English video games that don't get brought over here. One of my favorites was a game for the for the N64 called Project J2, in which it was a weird mix between a social. I don't know exactly. You played this android girl,
Mm-hmm.
and you were trying to solve mysteries, and it was 2D point and click, but there were 3D elements, and you could collect 3D items in it, and then you could like search through caves and stuff like that. It was really, really engaging, but it just didn't seem like something that would be on the N64, and I played the hell out of that game. It was really good.
Nice.
Yeah. But then obviously I mean, a lot of our games that we play here are actually Japanese ported, like Mario, you know, Castlevania, Metroid, all that kind of stuff. Originally Japanese, but influenced by the West, you know. So
Yep.
I love that adaptation, you know.
Yep. Okay. That's cool. And then let's see here. Let's see here. Did you see his movie where he's a vampire? I think this is referring to Nicolas Cage.
Okay, so I don't know if that's a play on the movie Vampire's Kiss, where he just goes around being like, I'm not a vampire, or are you talking about like the recent one?
Yeah, Vampire Kiss. Okay.
Yeah, Vampire Kiss. I love that movie. Yeah, it's great. I buy a whole bunch of DVD lots on eBay, and then I just grab every movie that I don't have, and then I just package up a whole bunch of others for like $50 and send them out. And I have a Plex server that I keep them all on, and then put the discs down in the basement. So
Damn.
yeah. And I have too many discs. But yeah, I have like, I think 5 Rubbermaid containers full of them. So
Chunky has a hot take. He says Reservoir Dogs would have been better with Cage.
oh my god. Yo, that might be a hot take, actually. I don't know, like he has that Nicolas Cage, not to talk about him too much, but like he does have a really kind of endearing chaotic energy that I really enjoy. And the only other place I saw that energy was actually in American Psycho with Christian Bale.
Nice.
You know, So
All right, and then Chava says, you mentioned Gundam. Any favorite of that franchise? Did you see the latest series, The Witch of Mercury?
So I did watch the first season of Witch of Mercury, and it is pretty good. But my favorite is actually Turn A Gundam. Right, Turn A. I don't really think did it get an American release? I don't remember. But I watched it while I was actually over there, so it was pretty fun. It's weird to watch that on TV, so like live.
Chunky says, I also prefer Internal Affairs, which was original. Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Actually, you did say you were into old movies, because I was in your chat the other day, and then I was fortunate enough to, come across a movie called Batteries Not Included, and some of the stuff you were modeling looked very inspiring. That looks like your stuff was inspired by that.
Oh, the walker. Yeah. I'm making a mobility device for me, so I don't have to walk around. And the legs are procedurally like animated, and yeah, I love that movie. That is actually one of probably my top 50 movies. It's in there, 100%. If anybody doesn't know, Batteries Not Included is, I think it was an 80s movie where like some little flying saucers about the size of dinner plates come down, and they're little sentient robot things, and they fix people's problems, and it's endearing, and it's very 80s, and the tones that were in the 80s, and it is really good. It's really good. Also, another movie that I really like was Short Circuit with Johnny Five. Johnny Five is pretty good. Yeah.
I watched that in theater. Nice, Java.
Oh, which one?
I'm thinking Batteries Not Included.
Oh, wow. That would have been an experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Short Circuit, was that the one with the robot that was like reassemble?
Yeah. Yeah. No disassemble, Stephanie. No disassemble. Yeah. It was really, really good. That is some peak 80s, like, idealist robot philosophy. Don't make robots for the military. We should all learn that one.
Yeah, I came across, like, I used to go to a grandmother's home, and they had VHS players, and
yeah,
some of those old movies were on VHS, and it's like, well, I had nothing to do, so pop one of those in, and like, it was the first experience for me. It was old to me. It was old, but it was the entertainment that was available. So
yeah, well, I really have to say the props in those two movies were master classes in a physical, like, props. I really have to even so there was a movie that Hulk Hogan was in called Urban Commando, or Suburban Commando, sorry. Suburban Commando, where he played as an alien that came down to Earth, and the effect shots that were in that were actually absolutely amazing. In fact, some of the effects in that movie were done by the same guy that did a lot of the bigatures for the movie Abyss. So in the movie industry, there are some really, really great people. Like, I sat down and talked to this guy for probably about 4 hours one time. A really, really awesome guy. And I have to say, like, in the movie industry, if you're not dealing with talent or a producer, there are some really, really great people.
Oh, nice.
So, and a lot of them will be very open with how they did things. Like, a lot of the explosion shots, like, for example, in True Lies, were like forced perspective, and like, they'll be like, yeah, you do it just like this, and like, you set up your your squibs like this, and it's, oh my god, it's so great to share that type of information, because if people like that don't share that information, it dies with the movie. So yeah, definitely love that stuff. I'm vintage, yo. That's a feeling. Wait, isn't vintage like over 25 years? Isn't that what it is?
I don't know. They consider anything over 30 boomers on this platform.
Oh yeah. All right.
That's
Well,
that's
14.8 billion is boomer, I guess.
yep, yep. And I'm like
That would make.
in cat years, I'm like in my 70s or 80s because I'm like
Oh my god.
yeah, I'm like 15 or something. But as far as Switch knows, I am very much an adult. Um,
Aged like fine wine out of the barrel.
Nice. Vintage is just another old people word now. People giggles. Ugh.
Yeah. I don't know. Before there used to be a difference between vintage and antique. There were like technical differences that you would have to know if you were garage sale, like garage, whatever the word is. Like my mom would always take me to garage sales when I was a kid, and she'd be like, "Now check this out. This is blah blah blah," and you know, it was a great place to find stuff, but also, you know, whatever.
Garage buying trend. Nice. All right. Any last?
I don't know. I always find solace in like picking through other people's stuff and being like, "Oh, this is what this person's about," you know.
Big Bang Era's generation is called the Bangers, as far as I know. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
knows?
Oh, it was banging that. Well, I'm from before the Big Bang, so you know.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it was popping. I can't take that serious. Sorry.
All right. Any other questions for Deadsun before we say bye to YouTube? Any other questions? I'll give you another BS question. If you could have a superpower, what superpower would you have?
Ooh, without any like roundabout trickery, like getting new powers and stuff like that. I think the ability to create portals to any when or anywhere would be pretty fun. I think it would be really useful logistically as well.
Okay, all Doctor Who style.
Kinda. I don't really like time travel, but I do because of causality, you know, and stuff like that. But I really do think that I would definitely do the portals just because I think that logistically it would make sense. Like, hey, you know, it's costing a lot of money to put things places or get people from place to place. You know, just portal them somewhere, and you know, help people out. You know, imagine if like NASA didn't have to build a ship and fly people to the moon, and I could just portal them to the moon for a few hours and then portal them back. You know.
That also has to be
Or-
scalable. True, Chunky. True.
Yeah.
Oh, Pete, I think you know the answer to this question, but Pete wants to know Fortnite or Apex.
Currently, it's Fortnite. I've only played Apex at my buddy's house, and he was upset that I won.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah. But I really do like Fortnite. It did take me a while to get into it. It took me a while to get into Fortnite just because the aesthetic's not for everybody. It does feel like a kid's game at first, but then you like realize that it's actually fun, and like the way I would say it is almost always you play it ironically at first, be like, yeah guys, let's go play Fortnite, and then it's something you actually like, and then you're like, oh god, no, they got me.
Gotcha.
Now they got me, guys.
Nice.
Yeah, it's I really love about Fortnite that they're always mixing it up, they're always changing things. You never have to like, if you're good, you might not be good next week. So you always have to keep your mind in focus, you know.
Judge
Learning new
noted.
mechanics.
Sunmu says Deadsun existed before time, space, and energy. Sudge, how do you know? How did you perceive anything without space?
Well, it's funny you say that because there was other space and other time before this one, just not in this relative dimension.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Do you-
I come from another Embrain, like a different universe, and that one was kind of collapsing at a pretty, well, let's say exponential rate. Entropy wasn't exactly the same. So when I got here, I was like, yo, I'll set up camp. And I've been here ever since.
I would set up a portal to the maid cafe. No, I wouldn't, Java. No. Pip let
Why
us
not?
know they're pretty soul broken in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but-
I've only been to one in Shibuya. So.
Mm.
So.
Oh, did you like competitive shooters before as well as Chunky?
Yeah, I used to play Call of Duty Warzone competitively. I racked up the wins pretty high, and I had a pretty good KDR. But then the cheating in that game got so bad that there was like a cheater, at least one cheater, maybe four in every lobby, and I just
Gave up.
got done with it. I was like, you know what? Fortnite has way less cheaters. Like, you maybe like run into a cheater a week, maybe two, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it's like you have to realize that there's so much cheating, and like the cheats that people are paying for those cheats, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand that people are paying up $80 to $400 a month, you know, depending upon the cheats, so that they can be slightly better or slightly whatever. And they're, you know, it's just not fun. Why even, you know?
Okay. There you go.
Nice.
Smudge hackers. I didn't realize they were paying that much for those cheats. That sucks. But also, it's a free
and
game.
There was actually, yeah, there was also a recent scandal where there's a piece of hardware that was being produced specifically for like aimbot and wall hacks that was independent of the rest of the computer, so it wouldn't be detected by any of the like anti-cheat software. And like it turned out like a lot of the big names of Call of Duty were cheating and using the software and or hardware rather. So I'm just like, well, you know, it's a hollow experience. I did not like it.
That's awful. That's awful.
So I switched over to Fortnite, and it's been fun. You know.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. All right. Let's say bye to YouTube. But this has been a fun interview, everybody.
I'll give you a salute. There we are.
There we go, everyone. This is Deadsun. Make sure you follow Deadsun. He's pinned in the chat. You can also click the @ in the title. Hang out with him. Like you've just learned, he's a cool dude. He'll be open with you. You can talk to him about development, modeling, whatever. And he's got some fun redeems on his channel. So make sure you go hang out with him.
Right. Well, thank you for that.
No problem. And then let's do stream ending. Where the hell is my stream ending overlay? All right, there we go. Make sure you follow. I'm going to link all Deadsun's socials in the comments or below. Make sure you guys follow all Deadsun's socials, and we'll see you next time, YouTube. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe.